Let's talk about Teams. So in this session, we're going to talk about some of the new features within Townhall.
Yeah.
So there's so many things coming up.
For me, it's like a whole new product, basically. It's just been so many more things to enable that you can do, and I know we have different things, but for me, the most perfect thing they have come up with is this ultra low latency streaming. So before we had 20 to 30 seconds of delay in Townhall up to. And today it's up to 5 seconds.
It was a very different experience when you were standing outside a room,
yeah,
and you can hear the attendees, what they could hear, and you just
exactly.
And the people in the meeting.
It's more like a live event now, in a sense.
It's grown up. It's actually grown up.
It's grown up. But again, you need to have the right license. Otherwise, you will not be able to do it. So you need to have a premium license in the organization before you can have this, and it will also enable if you have it in the organization. So.
And again, a very important thing is that buy the premium license. Don't do any live events or anything like that without the premium license. I know you can do it, but it makes perfect sense, and it's not an expensive license. And again, you only need one person that create the meeting for having that one. So,
it will be limited functions without the premium license.
Yeah.
So definitely, that's a good idea. What else? So many things going on within the Townhall right now. One of the things that I really like, that is now that Teams rooms and Android are now capable of being attendee.
Yeah.
I know it's not a big thing, but then again, if you paid for your products within the meeting room, people would expect that it would also work.
Yeah, and you can
as
join
an
a
attendee
meeting
from a Teams rooms and Android.
Yeah, because sometimes you have to imagine we think about we need to have a big studio with large cameras and everything. But sometimes the town hall is more about getting the message out. So a small meeting room is actually sometimes really good acoustic approved, right? So you have a really nice setup in there and a nice camera.
And especially for multi-sites, where like in the headquarters you are pronouncing some information out, and some of your sub-sites, you might want to sit together and hear everything. So it's a small thing, yes, but it's a big thing for the end users.
Huge step for mankind.
Exactly.
Small step for.
and now that we are with meeting rooms, one of the things I really, as a producer, is that you begin. I mean, for some times you've been able to add a Windows MTR as a presenter and so on. Yeah. Now Microsoft has pushed out that you actually can do more from the controller from the Windows meeting room, like green screen, start the town hall meeting, and you begin to have some of those functionalities, so you don't need the PC in the room as well. So
I think from my point, I would still use my PC because that is my normal workflow. But I definitely think that other users might be interested in just going into the meeting room, hit the start button of the meeting, but then it's actually just they start in the green room, and they would be able. So there will be some more advanced controls within the Teams rooms and Windows.
And just so everybody knows, the green room is like where all the presenters and everybody that are doing something with the town hall are meeting.
Yeah.
Historically, we used to create another Teams meeting before, and then
and now
that
I think it was up to 20 now that will be able to actually help you control the slides and everything, and shift slides. So it's features they're just building on top of the town hall thing. It's really, really nice to see.
It could be nice. That's got to be a big town hall meeting if you need 20 people for controlling and helping.
Yeah, but hey, they open it up for 20,000 people attending, right?
Exactly. So we can actually create some really huge ones.
Yeah.
So
I think it's a good help. To be able to control everything. So let's imagine that we are doing a town hall. We could go into the meeting room, hit the start button of the meeting, but then actually not start the town hall.
No.
That's kind of the great idea about the green room. Then again, from the Teams console, you would be able to start the actual town hall, and then also control who will be on the stage, visible for all the attendees. So quite cool.
Yeah, and one thing we haven't talked about is 1080p, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So we nearly missed that one because they come with ultra low latency now, but also the content is going up in resolution. It's
perfect. I mean.
Now it's we're capable of doing so much more in Townhall, and we can actually also change layout and so on when we are sitting there and controlling who is presenting, etc. And it's not just a small, cheap way of doing a town hall anymore. It's actually it's worked out in the gym, right?
Exactly, a full professional solution where you can make some really great town hall meetings. You don't need to go out and contract AV integrator for doing that part and so on.
And I kind of like that they enable this with the Android and the Windows MTRs, because then you're capable of using equipment with nice microphones, nice cameras, and nice audio, so you know it should work and everything should be perfect.
Yeah.
So it's really, really nice.
And now that you mentioned cameras, I mean, we have the town hall meetings, but we also have the webinars. And webinars is kind of built on some of the same rules, but it's more like, a teaching based on like that. And right now we support multiple cameras in Teams meeting rooms on webinars. So I think that's really, really great. In webinars, would it make sense to have in town halls? I wouldn't see that make any sense, because users shouldn't be able to do that. You want, as a producer, decide which camera feed.
Yeah.
But for webinars, it makes sense that you can have a room on a board or a room on some subject you're talking about or something like that. So it makes perfect sense in webinars that we have multiple cameras on it.
Yeah, it's a nice for the remote participant. They can actually have some kind of say or which direction they want to look, and have some information about, should I look at the presenter, should I look at the audience, or should I look at all the video feeds at the same time? So yeah, that's quite nice. It's been there for a while on the Teams rooms on Windows within the Teams meetings.
Yeah. With limitations, we still have limitation that you need to either be a desktop participant, or you need to have another Windows MTR. If you're using some Pexip or other CVRs, you only get the primary cameras, you don't get the multiple cameras and so on. But it has been on regular Teams meeting rooms on Windows for some time.
Yeah, what else? There's one more thing, isn't there?
But the layout thing, is, we talked about it. So if you're a producer, you will actually be able to switch between side-by-side views, and you can make full screen views and so on. You have some backgrounds, small limitations so far that you can put in and do stuff with, but still it still demands the premium license. Yeah. We have to have that in mind.
Don't do town meetings without a premium license.
Premium license is the key here. But the thing with you can control much more now is, it is really something that's even smaller companies who don't have a big AV department, they can run it from the IT department side now. They don't have to hire people to do it. It will be easier, and it's safe haven, if you can say it like that, because they know the MTR side, and they know how things is working. Then they know Teams, so it's easier, and people will. I hope they will be comfortable with it.
It's simply getting started. I had a session with a small group, I think about 8-10 companies or something like that. That was in Danish small mid-size, in US SMB market.
Non-existing.
Exactly. Everything under 50,000 is not a company. No, but they were at that stage where we don't have our own AV department, but what can we do? And they were really interesting and say, hey, that's exactly what we need. It's easy to configure, easy to set up. We use Outlook, we use whatever we are used to do for this. It's just simple. So
makes sense.
And I think it's quite some big steps. If you look back a few years where we did live events, it was only possible to have one person at the screen at the same time.
Exactly. Yeah.
Then we went to webinar town halls. Now we actually have some options of having more people on the screen at the same time.
Especially the dialogue for people on side 1 and side 2 if they want to interact. So it's really perfect.
It makes sense. And I think now with the more advanced layout, you would be able to have a more professional looking town hall compared to what we did before.
Even though there is a lot of add-ons to Teams, third-party apps and so on, but Microsoft is getting there. They cannot do everything for now, but they really hammer the head or the nail with the hammer here, because they fix what people want to have. That's the need to have. All these nice to have features. I actually think some of them are still nice to have, but they really fix everything. And it's working flawless. Yeah.
one was arguing against, why did we go from the live platform to the new one where we were going to the Teams engine, and there was a lot of stuff that we couldn't do. Well, now we're over that. Now we actually begin to have all the benefits from the Teams platform where we can build all the application on top of it.
Yeah, I don't know if it's available yet, but maybe you can make a template in some way. So
template, and if you go the next step, what really could be cool when you begin developing apps outside this scenario. But
it is
that could be fun. Begin doing some of that. So
I really see a lot of great stuff here. So,
and with that said, let's round up this session. So, a session around Townhall, some of the new features that we are recently announced or are now within the GA versions. So pretty cool. Go out and play with them.
It's you have to play with them because you still need to have it under your skin before you will be comfortable.
Don't go in production first time you do it.
Come on, Carsten, you will do that. Okay, and with that said, this was Let's Talk About Teams, and this time around Townhalls. See you on there. Bye.